the Nigerian Labour Congress demanding for an increase in the lump sum payment to workers, that's retirement, to 50% under the Contributory Pension Scheme to enable retirees begin a comfortable retirement life. Now, this is as NLC has raised several questions agitating the minds of retiring workers. President of NLC, Joe Ajero, at the program on retirement in Abuja made this statement. According to him, he felt like the questions that could be going through the minds of retiring workers could be, how do I cope? Where do I start from? What is the next step? How do I feed? What's my health going to be like? Am I still going to be on insurance? And all of these questions that he asked in his statement, if you read through while investigating on this particular story, you find out these were some of the questions that were asked by Joe Ajero. But let's look at this statement, talking about increasing the lump sum payment to 50% instead of just giving them a part of it. You know, there were actually excuses that if you give them all of it in the first place, it might be misused or they might be scammed and things like that. So let's just give them some and then start paying them bit by bit so they get money every month. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I would like to say it's a good one. Somebody who have labored should not die because of the labor. Number two, I would like to also encourage workers. You do not prepare for retirement when you are retired. You prepare for retirement when you are still working. In other words, you need to diversify. You need to see if there are ways to have multiple streams of income. You need to still invest. Not all retirees go through what every retiree goes through. Because there are some retirees, before they retire, they have another side hustle.
But you know that they're not allowed to have other jobs. They're just supposed to stick with this one and with their little salaries.
When we are talking about employment, it's different from owning a business. We can't stay in the public television here and begin to say so person owned this before while he was working. Just for instance, as a lawyer, you are not entitled to have a company, right? But I can establish a company and then my wife, my child, my sister, or any of my relations can become the CEO of that company.
Some of their salaries are even, according to the regular statement, doesn't take them home.
You see,
so with that meager salary, where they still have to take care of their family and their loved ones, come on, how are they supposed to start up businesses?
You see, no money is too small when it has to do with investment. No money is too big. You can be given 5 million naira and you will still waste it. You can be given 100,000 and that 100,000 naira will multiply to millions. So it depends on your entrepreneurship capacity and the favor of God upon your life.
Look at the 18,000 naira now. The workers have been, the minimum wage had been 18,000 at some point, then 30,000 naira. But don't forget that some state governors were still paying the previous minimum wage, even until this announcement of 70,000 naira. So a man who is earning 18,000 naira in this economy, who has to take care of his wife and his children? So let's look at this scenario now and how we expect him to still have or start up a business and make investments.
You see, I want to also speak from the entrepreneurship point of view. If what your brain can offer you in a month is 18,000 naira, you have a psychiatric problem and you need to be worked upon. The fact that you are working in a firm,
saying they have a psychiatric problem.
No, you are not getting me. I'm not trying to.
Because you need to understand that there are some people in that particular category now, and they might not take it lightly. You are not getting. I said it means that you may. I didn't say you have. No. We have to take that.
Okay, I withdraw it. Now the point I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't be placed in a box because you are working for a government or for a firm. You can be working in a particular firm. I've seen people who work even for Shell, and then the money they generate, they started up a business. Along the line, they never waited for retirement. They walked away to pursue their private business.
That company pays.
I'm just giving an instance.
Okay.
Now,
instances with companies that pay less.
You see, let me tell you, to become an entrepreneur takes a lot of guts. Because while the person who is working, earning salary, is enjoying immediately, you may still be suffering, you may still be laboring. But by the time your business kicked up, no matter how little you start, somebody who is working may never have a comfortable life like you. I'm telling you what I know. So, having an entrepreneurship mindset and understanding, I have never in my life, I've always told people, I will never apply for job employment. Because I understand that one is going to cage me. Number two, I can't fulfill my vision, my dream. Number three, I will not have my freedom. Number four, I will not have financial freedom. I can't achieve all of these things working for any person. I know our capacities are not the same. The grace are not the same. But all I'm trying to encourage is that the fact that you are a government worker shouldn't stop you from establishing a side hustle. There are network businesses that does not require you to open a shop and sit down. There are trades you can do with your phone, your Android phone. So all you need to do is to develop your capacity. Your entrepreneurship capacity is in you. But you just need to have the open mind to say, I need to look out for God, open my eyes to another side.
You know that, okay, I understand what you're saying, and I've also been an advocate for that, for people to look for other things that they can do, especially online. A lot of people are making money online now. But this social media thing and online business thing just started not too long ago. And these retirees are people who were working, back then, when there was no social media, and probably the way to just start up a business online without having a physical position. The way it's easy now, it might not have been easy that way in the past.
Can I tell you?
Go on.
Learning is a thing of the mind. I can tell you for free that there are men who are up to 60, 70. They knew how to use the computer more than us that are less younger.
Those are quite a few.
No. It's a mindset. It's determination. So I'm not saying that everybody must go into the online business. But at least if you can't go into online business, you can start up another investment that you can place someone there. Most times those who work, their wives are not empowered. There is no business. They don't trust their wives to allow her to go and do something in the name that stay at home. I'm going to make a salary. I'm going to pay school fees. I'll pay house rent. I'll provide food and all of that. So the man feels that he can take responsibility of everything because his salary can accommodate that. Not knowing that there should be an intentional plan for the future, which is the retirement. Which if the wife is working at that period, maybe doing business, that business could be growing until the time of his retirement. So by the time he retires, he can retire to join that business in a bigger way. Most people does that.
Now, we have heard a lot of retirees spending their retirement monies wrongly, especially during the time we had these online businesses that wrapped up, that a lot of people invested their funds in, and the likes, not even just that. There were other ones that people trusted so much that these things were new. And people wanted to take advantage, like just make use of them. And a lot of retirees invested their retirement fund in this thing, and that was the end. It just went.
You see, the truth about...
Imagine giving them 50%. Right? Now back to the main story now. Imagine giving them 50% and that happens.
The truth about it is we need to intensify the advocacy and the need for entrepreneurship among our workforce. Both,
okay.
yes.
You have made that statement. You go there.
Good.
But let's stay. We'll get there.
Now, why are they going?
Let's stay on this now. The 50%. When you started your analysis, you said it's a good idea. He who works should have his pay and all of that. And I just created a scenario now, which was also one of the reasons the government had said at that time when they made that that they would not pay up to this for these reasons.
You know, that reasons that government is giving is very, very insultive and annoying. You are trying to portray your workers as brainless. Because if a man has a right sense of mind, and you feel that giving him 50% of what he has worked for to enable him either invest, he's going to waste it, then you are indirectly saying that Nigerian workers are not very sane. So I would like to say that our leaders, those who are having such mindset, should retrieve it. We have sound Nigerian workers. Our Nigerians who are working in different industries, they are sound. I engage most of them. We have them as friends relations. All they need is little capital to do further things, but they don't have. So if the ones they have worked out and they are saying, please give us, I don't think government should be in the right places. It's my money. I've worked for it. The fact that you are in control, behaving like our Nigerian bank, you have money in the bank, bank will tell you don't have money, whereas I gave you money to keep for me.
What do you mean banks will tell you don't have
money? No, most banks, unless you have not experienced that. You go to bank, you want to
have money in your account.
Yes, of course.
They tell you there's no money in your account.
No, they can't give you the volume of money you are requesting for, because that branch don't have that money.
Okay.
So like some of our brothers will ask, where is my money? I put my money here. You know, so the fact that somebody has worked for his money and I need my money, I'm entitled to it. You can't decide for me how I will use my money.
That means you're even saying giving them 100% is not bad.
If they want the 100% and they are guided, I will feel that if there are, even no matter how you put up a system, those who have made up their mind on how to do what they want, you can't blame, you can't stop them. But I would like to appeal to workers that open up yourself into entrepreneurship training, development. Most people will not fall into those Ponzi scheme where they rob Peter to pay Paul. If somebody says put 50 million and then the next month you have 100 million naira. The question is, where is he trading with this money? What investment is putting on this money? No product. You know, so we should, when we are guided that a Ponzi is a system that has no product. But when you invest on product, when you invest on manufacturing, you are seeing what you are putting your money. You are trading with that your money. And then if you are buying shares in a company, you know that the company has a product. These are the services they are rendering. So you know it's not Ponzi. So you cannot be a victim. But because we like free money, 20,000 to get 40,000. So our workers should be guided. If they are well trained, they will understand that this one is Ponzi, don't put in your money. So for me, if they have a good business plan, which they want to invest, please, even if it's 100% of their money, you can give them. But I will not subscribe to 100%. Because when you go into a business, you don't know. The chances and the possibility of losses are there. So if you give them 50%, the period of that investment, they may suffer some losses in trying to know that business. Because there are so many unexpecteds in business, especially new businesses. So when you give them 100% and they lost all, it will be like frustration. So I want to subscribe to the president of NLC that 50% is good enough. So that if they start and there are some unforeseen mistakes and all that, they can improve on it. So 50% for me is a better benchmark.
Okay, at this point, we'll take some time off. Let's go on a short break. When we return, the conversation will continue. We have other stories for you. Please stay with us.